Fozzie's just getting ready.
Actually, semi-organised, I think, actually. Well, I need to get some half of it. Big. Actually,
Great. Right. Are you ready, Fozzie?
I am. How are we doing? Are we live? Are we ready?
It's live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to, I think it's the third one this year, isn't it, now?
Adele Hughes says Assalamu alaikum.
Well, Sam Adele. How are you?
It's snowing.
It's lovely snow outside there. So today, I've actually gone for three things, I think, because we can do the ghee while we're doing other stuff. So we're going to do tadka dal, which is actually...
Not Potty says hello.
That's Ema. Not Potty, it's Ema.
Not Potty.
Not Potty. Hi, Ema. Right, so we're going to do ketchari. Ketchari. Now, ketchari is... It's a bit of a controversial one. I'll come back to that in a minute why.
Nisi, Assalamu alaikum.
So the second thing we're going to do is apple pie. And I just thought, you know what? It's actually the perfect weather for apple pie today, isn't it, Mr. Chartry? With the snow going on out there. We do have snow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it? David.
Hi, David. Don't put the... He puts the camera right in my nose. Go away. Hi, David. David, I think, is going to make ghee today with us. Right, so we're going to have to do ghee as well. And I thought ghee is quite a nice one. I don't like using butter and the shop bought ghee. And I thought ketchari, it does need a bit of ghee. So I thought we'll make it as we're going along today as well. Normally you leave it to set.
Susanna Goulding says, Happy Sunday.
Hi, Susanna from Gibraltar. Susanna has already messaged me. Susanna is definitely doing the ketchari. I know that. So Susanna's got her dal soaked. So I'm going to start... Before I start the apple pie, which will be the first thing, put your oven on. Put your oven on at 180. Get it going. Get it warmed up, ready. So I've got my oven going on.
180.
180, get your oven on. Right, so I think there's so many various... Ketchari is an interesting one, actually, and I'm glad I did ketchari. So I'm going to use the traditional, actual traditional ketchari, which is mung dal version. But you can use red lentils. I normally, when I'm doing it at home, if I've got red lentils left over and boiled rice left over, I mix the two, and that is actually ketchari as well. There's so many variations of ketchari. Susanna's using chana dal, which is perfectly fine. Again, it's going to be dal and rice sort of thing. So, yeah. So what I've got here is, while we're talking, is if you're using mung dal, which I don't think, oh, I'm going to be using red lentils and that. But if you are using this as the washed mung dal, is I'm going to toast it, okay? So I'm just going to toast it just while we're talking, okay, just to get us started. This is mung dal. This will release a lot of flavour out of the mung dal, okay? But don't do this to chana and don't do this to lentils, okay? Chana is different. Actually, I don't know if you can do it to chana, but I've not... normally it is with the thingamajig. But Susanna has cooked with chana dal before, so she knows how it cooks easy enough. And lentils, definitely don't start the lentils yet, because that'll take about 20 minutes and that's halfway through, okay? So while that's toasting... We're going to do some pastry making. So I'm going to kind of like spread myself across a little bit. And I don't normally work on this side of the kitchen, actually. It's a little bit darker, actually, on the side, isn't it? So, we've got a bowl of apples. That is just under 2 kilos of apples.
Great, we'll have an apple party.
We are. Mr. Chowdhury got his way. So there's some Cox apples in there, Granny Smith apples, and regular apples. But we're going to start with the pastry, which is the most important thing. This is 400 grams of plain flour. We're going to need 250 grams of butter. Okay, let's get the butter out of the fridge. And I'm getting the butter.
Just there. I was filming your butter.
Oh, hang on, have I got left yet? No. That's for something else. It is. Got it. That's for the ghee. Okay, so don't forget, toss that. Okay. So we've got, so I've got about 50 grams of icing sugar, 1 egg, the butter. This lot is for that, for the apples. Okay, but let's get the pastry started. Now you can throw it into a blender if you want to, but I've always made short crust pastry by hand. I just like it. I just like doing short crust pastry. I think I'm just a pastry freak, aren't I? I am. And the reason I'm getting this done is because I want to put it in the fridge.
I was just a freak.
I am just a... Shut up, you. There we go. So let's get 250 grams of butter, 400 grams. So it's not the short crust pastry, well it is, but it's a little bit extra butter inside it. And I make it cubed and small because it's much easier to work with. If you're throwing it into there.
250 grams.
Yeah, straight 250 grams of butter. Okay. Okay. You guys know me, I will always do about too many things together at one time. Okay. I've actually already made mixed veg curry and I'm halfway through making veg korma for my frozen curries as well this morning. So we've been quite busy this morning already. How's your Sunday been? Are you all getting snow? Has everybody got snow? Gibraltar might not actually. Susanna might not get snow. Okay, right. Straight in. 250. Okay. It's getting there. I can smell it. I can actually smell the dal now. Right, so use your fingers. Oh, hang on. Right, I'm not washing my hand. Well, I have washed my hand, but I'm not going to go and wash it now. I've been washing your hands all morning, clean pans and everything. We've got to do a happy birthday song with about 3 million people.
For who?
Your sister. I think you've forgotten that it's your sister's birthday. We actually sent a cake out in the post. So it's while I'm doing this, we'll do the happy birthday song. And there's Eleanor, which is Wendy's daughter.
It all got squashed when the postman stuffed it through the letterbox.
She was very, very happy.
It's snowing in Wirral.
So, this is actually quite hard butter. Come on, break down. Yes, smelly butter. Right, yeah, so happy birthday to Eleanor. Happy birthday to Fudge.
David said it's too much snow in Manchester.
Is it too much snow in Manchester? It's actually not too bad here. Right, I'm going to take the dal off because it's actually changed colour now. I don't want it to burn.
It's raining in Gibraltar.
So,
hang on.
Just going to just go back.
See, Fozzie's doing too many things.
And I'm sorry, I just need to get organised in the background. So we've got the rice washed for those who are doing the dorica for ketchari. Make sure you've got your rice washed, and I'm just going to soak these two together now. Okay? That's all I'm going to do. Turn off the gas. Just going to put water in it. Washed rice. What if you're doing chana dal and or lentils, just have everything ready, soaking. I'm going to leave that now.
How much water do you need to put in?
Not a lot, just covering it, just to soak it for like 20 minutes while we do this.
Ah.
Okay, right. So, yes, so it's Fudge's birthday, which is Seb's sister's birthday. It's Wendy's daughter's birthday, Eleanor. It was my brother's birthday this week as well, Maz. He was pretending he was 45 as well. Maz, you're 45, are you? It's actually my big 5-0 this year as well. It's a bit sad. And I said to my nieces, they need to make me a cake. So they've promised me Colin the Caterpillar. I think there's a female version, isn't there now, of Colin the Caterpillar?
I don't know.
There is, Master. So they promised me that. I think you all need to gang together and make me a birthday cake of some sort. I think I'm determined to get a birthday cake made by anybody and everybody.
Well, Fozzie's definitely getting the bumps on her birthday, so we can hit her 50 times.
A birthday cake. It's not till April. You've got loads of notice. Don't worry. Okay.
So what's happening now? You're crumbling.
So we just make the butter is very, very. I should have taken it out for half an hour, shouldn't I? Really, but it is very cold, so we're just breaking it down. I should do this whole Nigella thing of everything like sprinkling down and
no.
Powder face, powder lip, do whatever you need to do to make it look good. Apparently, but anyway, we're getting there with this. So, and because we're doing sweet short crust pastry-ish. I'm adding 50 grams of icing sugar to sweeten it. You would normally add salt. You can add a grated rind of a lemon. Don't think I've got one in my fridge actually.
Adele here says, how much flour?
400 grams of plain flour. And this will make the base and the topping as well, covering.
400 grams of flour.
Yeah. And I like this recipe. This is actually the Hairy Bikers recipe. I've done it years ago in Spain. I used to do this quite a lot actually. And it's nice because you don't have to blind bake this one. You just put everything inside it and bung it in the oven. So it's quite good. This is why I'm doing this recipe. And I said, I've actually got egg yolks left in the fridge, so I'm going to do that creme pat thing where you make custard.
So you're allowed to have your eyes open whilst you're doing this?
Who said that?
You said blind bake?
Shut up. Shut up. Who knows pastry terms as blind baking? We're not doing blind baking today. We're doing normal pastry straight in. Okay, we're getting
The
somewhere.
heck is blind baking?
So you can like cook the pastry first, then add stuff to it. So when you're doing like short Bakewell tart, it's much nicer. Then you get like, you know, not the soggy bottoms that you get. That people look out for. Okay. So 400 grams. This has literally got 400 grams of plain flour and 250 grams of butter, and we're just crumbling it down. Right, slowly I'm going to add the icing sugar in a minute.
Is that done then?
Nearly. Yeah.
It's not very crumbly.
It is going to get crumbly. You're just going to eat the thing. Stop moaning, you. Tell you. Mr. Chowdhury, right?
No.
Got an interesting phone call this week, didn't you? You
No.
did. You're such a lie. You did. Do you want to tell them what, shall I?
Fosie's going to tell you.
Okay, so there's a little bit of a story here, actually, while we're waiting for this pastry to get made. So, I think when Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was on, say, in November, and they were doing that thing where the guy cheated and everybody was coughing in the audience and stuff like that. There was a whole series of it on. Yeah, it was all that, wasn't it? So, randomly, I decided to enter Mr. Chowdhury into this competition. And he got a phone call this week, and they interviewed him. He might be going, oh, you don't know? You're playing it down today.
Yeah.
He was very excited about it, by the way, sort of thing. So, yeah, so they asked him 10 questions. He got, how many questions did you think he got right?
5 or 6.
5, he reckons. So he won't win $1 million. He doesn't think he'll win $1 million. But, yeah, he might be shortlisted, you don't know.
You never know.
Our Usman apparently entered about 6 months ago. He never heard anything back. You actually heard something back. So, and my sister was saying that he's actually quite annoyed. Which I think is very funny, actually.
She's very angry.
He's not angry, really cheesed off is the word. Alright, so it's coming together. So you kind of do want some lumps inside it because you want it to be a little bit flaky as well. You can do that, I can do pastry all day and you're just going to get bored all these, aren't you? Sorry.
How's my pop culture? Well, I know about Pepsi, Fanta, Iron Brew.
Yeah, that's about as far as you get, isn't it, really?
Well, okay. I'm okay with the drinks.
There you go. Right, so it's sort of sweet, 2/3 of it is probably crumbly now, and you got some lumps, which is nice in pastry.
Oh, you mean this is apply for the chase too? I think chase is way too hard. As in, you've got to jump through so many hoops not to get anything.
Yeah, but I think Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It was just random. We weren't expecting anything back because we hadn't heard for so long. It was just very random phone call out of the blue.
Lady Gaga.
That's your pop culture. It's just thinking. Okay, so I'm putting the icing sugar in.
No, that's called plop culture.
Concentrate. Icing sugar's gone in. Concentrate.
How much?
50 grams. 50 grams.
50 grams of icing sugar, everyone.
To sweeten it. So what you're supposed to do...
David likes Iron Brew.
Okay, what you're supposed to do is cold water. So that's cold water. So you put the egg in, right? Use an egg. This is a large egg. So I have to put my eggs out this time, so remember, don't forget anything. Start bringing it together with the egg. And then we'll use dribbles of water until it all comes together. Dribbles. They wouldn't use that on TV, would they? They'll do like a sprinkling of water. It'd be all very posh, wouldn't it, sort of thing. So, no, Scousers here. Right, so start bringing it together. This is probably, I should know that peeling apples is like the blooming. I should have peeled the apples beforehand. We're going to be sitting there.
Oh yeah, only
all the time.
go on Only Connect. That's a
That's
show.
quite a tough one, isn't it?
That is a really good show because
Yeah.
those questions
They're
are
really.
Some of those connections are so obscure.
Oh yeah, the Only Connect on BBC One,
Yeah,
BBC Two, yeah. I think you got Connect 15 on the other one on Channel 4.
Some of those connections between the categories are so obscure.
So obscure. They are very obscure. I like watching it, but you never get half them.
My goal is when we watch University Challenge to get 4 to 6 questions right. out of the whole lot. And we usually do.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Right, it's starting to come together, so you don't want to put too much. You don't want to flood it with water. You're just adding little sprinklings until it actually just comes together. Okay.
Sticky. It's very sticky.
Yeah, but it's got to be a firm dough. I think it's supposed to be quite a firm dough. It's not supposed to be like too soggy or soft. Right. Now that is coming together nicely.
You mean it says her 16-year-old loves quiz shows?
Okay. Well, watch out for Mr. Charger. You never know. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is my lump of pastry. Okay.
That is a lump of pastry.
It's going to come together. Here we go. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to be using my flan tart. I'm sorry, I haven't got a pie dish. I've got a flan tart.
Have you got pears? Is it just apple?
Oh, it is apples. I'm sorry, I forgot pears actually. You know, you did say pears, didn't you? And I forgot.
Could you do mango in it?
Nah, it's too soggy. I suppose you could make a mango pie, but it's just wet. Right,
No,
so
mango
what you
and
want to
apple.
do
Could you mix mango and apple
is take
together?
like 1/3 off, because that's going to be for your top cover. Okay? Keep that aside. Right.
David says, we never get any questions right on University Challenge, and I'm married to a high school teacher.
Tell her, concentrate.
That's sacrilege.
Sacrilege. Right. Okay. So I've got a flan tart. I apologise. It's not a pie dish, but the reason why I use this is because it's just easy to get out. Lift out. Really, really easy. Okay. So I'm going to butter it.
So you've cut off how much?
About a third.
Cut a third
That's
off.
for the topping.
The third is for the top.
Right, so make sure you butter your pie dish. This one's a bit weird, right? It's supposed to be good because it's got these holes which help the pastry be crisper, apparently. And I say apparently very loosely because I don't know if it works or not. But the butter goes right through, you know, when you're doing this.
Butter it up.
Butter it up. And technically, you're supposed to put a sprinkle. Oh, do you know what? That's corn flour.
Oh.
Right. It's okay, it's corn flour, it doesn't matter.
It's still a flour.
Okay. You're supposed to do this. And that's supposed to help.
So add some flour and butter to stop it sticking.
Sticking, yeah. Makes it easier for it to come out. Right, okay. Now you're supposed to, there's loads of ways of rolling out pastry. You can roll it out on 2 layers of cling film, greaseproof paper. There's just so many different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to greaseproof that pastry ball there for now, because we're not going to roll it out yet.
What's your favourite way?
I actually, if I hadn't put the flour down, I'd have put the cling film down. That's my fault. I should have actually done that.
I suppose she's not very organised today.
I am organised. Actually, it's felt very organised today, actually. I don't know why.
Nisi said, Mum's watching and she's made hair medicine. Medicine for her hair or medicine?
There you go. Pastry's getting rolled out. It's got lumps of butter in it, and that is fine because it makes it all crispy and nice, flaky and short. It's lovely. Okay. So this is just plain flour I'm sprinkling over just to make it easier.
Nisi's a top fan.
Nisi's top on. Woohoo! Right.
Nisi, are you doing this? Are you rolling?
Keep an eye on your thing. But also it's still thick. I can feel it's still thick. You know, you want it a decent size, but not too thick as well. Just putting loads of flour on purpose. I wouldn't even do this much flour normally.
That's quite a lot.
I know, but I will have leftover. It's fine. But I don't want it to be too thick. You want it to have like a decent size. What they call a coin, isn't it? So I think a 2 pence coin or whatever. Right, so the easiest way is roll it over. Put that in the middle and go for it. I don't think you can shove it all together anyway, any bits that are not.
Did you see that technique, everyone?
You're going to have leftover bits, and that's fine. This has got sharp edges, flan tip, so it does tend to cut into the pastry quite a bit. Okay. Right, normally if I am doing Bakewell tart and stuff like that, I actually leave a lot of pastry around it. But I'm going to just do about, I'm going to get scissors actually, scissors will be easier. Is I'm going to leave about 1 centimetre around it where I can, because we're going to attach the other pastry to it.
The top?
Yeah. So, let's leave it
Good tip.
at that. Okay, so that's that. I'm literally going to bung this in the fridge, which is why I started this first, because I'm going to put it in the fridge, let it go cold for 10-15 minutes. Okay? Right, that goes straight in the fridge. And I'll put all this pastry together. Always use pastry. It's basically a very short crust pastry. Short meaning a lot of butter inside it. Okay. Right. Part one, job done.
Okay, that's wrapped
So
up.
let me just go into the fridge. I need to put it into the fridge. Okay. Pastry. Right. We'll come back to that afterwards. Okay, because we need to roll it out. Right. So let that go. While that's in there, we're going to do apples, because apples will take a few minutes to come together. Because then we can bulb this in and then focus this on the dal. So that's what I'm just going to do the apples next. So we can get the apple pie in the oven. Apple pie will take about 15 minutes. So while that's in the oven, we can focus on the cooker.
Right, so this is a mixture of different variety of apple. My mum said the red ones are always the best.
When you're making an apple pie, really you should use a bit of Granny Smith as well to give it a bit of tartness. Now you can sit there and use your peeler.
Cooking apples.
But you know me, I like my knife.
I suppose he does have a sharp one. What about Granny Smith's?
This is Granny Smith.
No, I mean cooking apple.
This is cooking. Granny Smith is a cooking apple.
No, they're really big.
Yeah, this is the smaller version. This is what they have. I'm sorry, an oldie. This is like, you can see it's that green. So this is just under £2.
Okay, peel apples, everyone.
Peel your apples.
How many?
I've got about 12, 13 apples here. This is about £2. Richie is about £2. I mean, I think it was about 1,600 grams, and I chucked an extra apple in because I thought the peel was quite a lot, so I just thought, right, I'm going to chuck more apple in. Okay.
We're going to have an apple party.
Who said that? So once we put this in the oven, we can then focus on putting the dal and rice on, which is ketchari. Now, when I was talking about ketchari.
What is that?
Ketchari. Oh my God, we started a debate with my friends over this, you know. So ketchari is basically an Indian porridge, and it's like the most simple. You can have the very simplest version of just.
Hang on, I'm going to ask my mum. Niece, does mother know what ketchari is?
Ask your mum, what does ketchari? Ketchari means dirt, all the leftover bits. It's all like mushed up. It literally does mean that. But it was funny because we were having a conversation with
I thought it was Scottish.
No, ketchari. They robbed it from the Indians, I'm telling you. So ketchari is like, it's more rice which has been spiced up. And I am going to Bostewardise my version because...
What was that? Did everyone hear that?
Because I am going to add eggs.
No, that's not what we were asking. Did everybody hear?
I am going to add eggs and smoked mackerel.
Did everyone hear that?
I was waiting for that. But anyway, going back to the debate on ketchari, right? I said to my friends, I mentioned this before, I've got a lovely group of girls who are all Bengali, who are all in the restaurant trade, know the business inside out. Right, so then I'm going, so what's your version of ketchari? And one actually said, chicken and rice. Chicken is not ketchari, you plonker, Monju, whatever she is. I hope she's watching.
Monju? Isn't that what Del Boy says a lot?
So anyway, I was shocked. So do you know, you never get ketchari wrong,
Naila
right?
says hello, Posey.
Who said that?
Naila,
my cousin. Right, so
ketchari has eggs.
Let me explain this.
What? Ketchari has egg and smoked haddock.
Ketchari. This is ketchari. Okay, so ketchari. Right, I'm going to explain two things. Ketchari is the basics of it is lentils and rice. Okay, or dal and rice, I should say, which is why we use a mung dal and rice. Okay, or lentils and rice. That is, I mean, it's like basically a poor man's dinner sort of thing. Basically, you mush them together. It's an amazing combination, and you eat it, right? The English have robbed it. The Scottish have robbed that recipe. Let's be very controversial. And they've spiced up rice, and then they put on eggs, which we would normally eat with lentils anyway, and smoked mackerel. I am using smoked mackerel. Mr. Chowdhury is going to be fuming about this, but we'll discuss this later.
Yeah, only because the mackerel population of the planet is declining.
There's so many I want to write a blog about ketchari actually because there's just so many variations.
Yamina said her favourite is runny ketchari.
Yeah, and
runny.
And yet add like a thick. So there's loads of variations because you can add as much water or as little water. You can do like I can even porridge. Some people like it runny. Some people like it like the thick glue. It's whatever version takes your fancy. I will finish it off. I won't use the B word again because Mr. Chowder will tell me off. And with eggs and smoked mackerel. But
yeah, Fuzzy's not allowed to say butter anymore.
The other version is adding vegetables, cooked vegetables at the end. So this is why I wrote you can add peas and broccoli, and you just cook them basically and stir it through at the end. And there is that version, and a lot of people do that, and it makes it more filling basically. That's the whole point of that.
Look at that, it's empty.
There you go. Now we've got to core them now. I haven't got a posh corer, so I'm just going to cut them in half. This is like part one of it yet. Come on. Okay, so
that's really good organic waste. Should be cut into pieces and put into the soil, not in your bin.
I just go, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so putting that in there. I agree. So we're just going to put this back into the bowl because we're going to add some cinnamon to give it flavour.
Hang on, I'm just asking Niece, does Mum know
what does ketchari mean?
What it is?
Ketchari, Auntie, come on, tell us. She'll tell you.
I'll buy you a corer for Eid, Wendy said.
She'll buy me a what?
An apple corer.
Yay! No, for my birthday, when it's 50, come on.
For Eid.
50, come on. I want it for my big 5. I know my friend's going to buy me some socks, because I'm obsessed with wearing socks all the time.
So is everyone else.
There was a joke over this. Right, okay, I'll tell you a story about that. So, I think about a couple of months ago, I got photographed in, I had a professional photographer coming in, because we're doing some charity book. So, somebody had sent some photographer in while I was cooking, and I sent a picture to my friends of me having this professional photographer in the kitchen while I was cooking. And the first thing my friend spotted was my socks and slippers. She goes, only you? Where's I'm too cold, I'm in the house. She goes, you need heels, you need to look posh and all this. I'm not in the kitchen, so I need socks, apparently. I need posh socks, apparently, so that's what I need. So I got told off about that sort of thing, so let me pip out of there. So, come on, apple pie.
Interesting fact.
What?
The pips, if you collect them, squash them, you'll have cyanide.
That's true, yes. You will. You're just trying to stop people off. Look, people are already on a downer already, and you're adding to it.
I'm just saying, you'd be surprised how much cyanide is inside an apple pip.
Here we go. Right, we are nearly there. This is like the hardest part of our job today, is this. It really is. After that, it's dead easy. Once we get this bit done.
It's interesting that a plant species has created that.
Right.
'Cause it'll kill an animal. Top tip, everyone. Remember that.
Right. Okay, we are literally.
Do you want lemon juice?
Yeah, you know what you can do, and no, it's alright. We're gonna be quite quick with this. If you are slow and take your time, you can squeeze some lemon juice into this.
They will start oxidising and going brown.
Yeah, they will. That is right. Oh, you are on the ball today. I'll give you that.
I've been studying.
Have you? He said he got asked a cookery question as well.
Oh yeah.
On his Who Wants to Be a Millionaire interview. What was your questions?
Which of these is a cherry? And there was a couple, I think. It said Morello, and I knew straight away.
You knew straight away because I used Morello cherry chamomile. And also, there was another one, pasta, ravioli.
Yeah, which of these pastas has a filling? So that was like the
starter
£100 question.
Yeah, the starter question. So watch your space, people. You never know. Told him if he comes back with like not even £1,000, I guess shot. He won't even get onto it. But we're just making this assumption, by the way.
It's not about the money.
You've got to do £1,000. Come on.
It's not
You've
about
got to do
the
1,000.
money.
You've got to. It's about the bar taking, obviously.
It's about meeting Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, but do you like him or not? This is the big thing. Or do you find him a bit of a knob? That's the operative word.
Rihanna said, Assalamu alaikum, Fawzia.
Yeah?
Can't stay long. All the best. Now we'll look at the video later. I want to make ghee.
Okay. Alright, Reeds.
So, going out to do some shopping.
You can't do shopping on Sunday. It's snowing. It's called chill out.
Right, stop now.
I know she is. She will watch the video as well later, Rita will. I know she will. Have fun, missus. Okay. Right. Really should have told everybody to do that. No, we wouldn't have been able to chat about Mr. Chowdhury who wants to be a millionaire thing. Right.
That's a lot of apples.
It is, but you know, God, might not even use all of them. We'll see how we go. But I just got excited when I saw that. I think we do. We piled it up quite a bit, to be honest. If you remember.
Nisi said that my mother said you can use any dal in ketchari.
Correct. You can use
Ketchari.
Correct, Auntie.
Shyster has arrived.
Shall I still have time to call this? I'm joking. They're all tutoring. You know what? My friends are teachers as well, so they're all tutoring on a Sunday as well. They're all doing like probably. I think our Sal will be joining us as well. She said she's running late because she went shopping and then she's got tutoring, and she'll join us with the after she's done her tutoring as well. Okay. Nearly there. Oh my God! See, that's the one thing. This. It's all in the prep, you see. I should have done this in the prep, shouldn't I, really?
I didn't tell you to have it ready like that, but no, I'm not interested. Yeah, I won't stop from the beginning.
No, but it gives time for the pastry to go cold. That was my theory anyway. I thought, oh, while this is getting done, the pastry can go cold. Because you do need to have a little bit of a cold pastry. You shouldn't really, and it'll be nice and crisp, and that's the theory. Okay.
Well, I've got, Mum's watching, so I'll tell Mum this, though. Mum, see, they do have kitchens in Liverpool.
Yeah. You know, there's a joke about this, because when he goes to Pakistan, he always takes a big out of Pakistan here, and we always say they don't have any kitchens, and they're all like backwards.
No, they're not.
They're not, that's the whole point. And they have got really nice kitchens. But we always just go, wow. Look, I went in the early 90s when they really didn't actually, so.
No, they had kitchen. They didn't need all this to do. Everything was burnt on wood stoves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything was cooked on a wooden stove outside.
I'd agree actually with that. Okay, wow, we're on the last one. So.
Which incidentally is people are making a move back to that here in the UK.
Right. Okay, people. Let's get rid of all this out of the way. Okay, so we need 150 grams of sugar.
What's
so
that brown
I
stuff?
was going to tell you it's light brown sugar. I thought I'd caramelise it a bit more. So I've done 100 grams of brown sugar and 50 grams of granulated sugar. So put into there. Well, this is 2 tablespoons of corn flour, of which I pinched some out.
Piara, I'm new to this. Who's filming? Introduce yourself.
It's Mr. Chowdhury.
Think
let me just turn the camera around. Hang on. Ready? He doesn't know how to do these things, do you? Okay.
Neither does Fozzie.
Hi!
Hello.
What's your name?
I don't know.
It's Mr. Chowdhury. No, it's Zev. Okay, this is Zev.
I'm just a guy off the back street.
Right, so he does the filming and pretends to join in, sort of thing. Okay, boy, he will keep it going for us, okay?
I'm in a gown.
He's in his dressing. Oh, he insisted on doing this, by the way. He refused to get changed. All right, I'm going to turn the camera back around. Go.
Sorry for that.
Okay, so you've got corn flour.
People aren't ready for that.
And then, so it's got sugar, corn flour, 150 grams of sugar, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, and this should be about a tablespoon worth of some cinnamon, ground cinnamon. You don't like ground cinnamon, keep it out, but I like cinnamon, so that's fine.
You always look to have cinnamon and apple.
Yeah, they go together quite well, don't they?
Now, do you want to add lemon?
No. It's a bit late for that now, we don't need lemon. Okay, so this can go out of the way. Right, so, I don't know why I'm using that spoon.
Nisi said, OMG. Nisi, you know what I look like?
No, the fact that you're wearing a dressing gown, I agree. I agree, niece. You're so naughty. Okay. Okay, right. Stir that through.
Okay.
Get your pastry back out.
Pastry's back out, everyone.
Oh my god.
Oh. It's all going wrong.
It's not going all wrong. It is, but that's not. Shh. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. It is going wrong. Okay, right. So, because mine's as we just realised, is the flip top, right? So I put a tray underneath it just to keep it all in position, okay? So we're going to pile in the apples, okay? Now, let's get it. How much can we get in? And I think you should keep it because I think it always looks prettier when you keep it all in.
It smells great already.
It smells fab, doesn't it? I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of water. I can't remember if the recipe said that or not. I literally can't remember, but we are going to add a couple of tablespoons of water.
Because it's going to cook in steam.
Yeah, just like that.
David says that Mr. Chowdhury is the entertainment.
Oh, I've been told that many times. I'm just here. Just ignore me. Who am I?
Thank you, David. Thank you, David.
Who am I? Who but am I? Right. Okay, so you do need an egg wash on this. So I was going to... So I'm going to egg wash the sides there.
People used to wash their hair in eggs.
Yeah. Right, so I'm just going to egg wash the sides here.
Do you remember in the 70s? I remember getting egg and lemon shampoo. Mum used to buy it.
Did you actually have hair in the 70s? Come on.
No, I don't think so.
Niece will have to tell me about this. Did you actually have hair?
Niece, when did my hair fall out? Ask Mum. She'll remember. I tried to blank it out. Mum will know.
Okay, right, so remember the second pastry? That one third, we're going to put it on top. Okay. Let's get it together.
So you just put some
It's a
water
bit firmer
on.
now because it's been in the fridge.
Put a little water in there so it
Just to give it a bit of
will cook
steam.
inside the steam. Now Fosie's going to make the top.
The tape pastry.
And you can put lettuce on it if you want it.
I'm going to put some leaves on it and stuff, okay? We'll
Lettuce,
you can
leaves.
do whatever. There was an interesting pie, the pie where you do the numbers all around it. On Pie Day we will do a pie and we'll put the numbers around it. I'll show you.
I was
that on
teaching
Pie
Keir
Day.
there. I was teaching Keir pie.
Is that enough? I think that should be enough, shouldn't it?
Mum said a long time ago.
Right.
Some mother said the hair fell out a long time
And
ago.
I like the fact that this is all up in the air. So we're going to get this right around it.
Right, pinch. You're doing the crimping, pinching,
What
crimping.
method should we do? You can do the fork, you can, because this is a bit of a funny one because I'm using the flan. I'm going to have to cut the pastry off. Don't forget, you got the egg anyway around it.
What egg?
Egg wash, we put the egg wash around it. I just did it in front of you. What egg? Okay, so I think we'll do the crimping method, I think. Should we do the crimping method?
You've got to put some letters on the top of it. Spell out the word cyanide.
Why? I'm not spelling out the word cyanide, stop it. So I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to bring it together. Look, you can do whatever. You can get a fork and push it down with a fork. Just as long as the two pastries all come together.
I know. Niecy's watching, so why do you spell out the word Shanice?
No. Niece is his sister, by the way, which is why he's just taken the mick. He's allowed to. Right, okay, so we've got this bit of leftover. What shall we...
I often see the pies with
Leaves.
sugar.
No, I'm not going to put sugar on top. I don't like it
No,
like
I've
that.
seen that. It's really
Should we
sugar
use-
granules over the top of it.
Should we do that? I don't really want to.
Finishing touch.
He's pretending he knows it all. Could do, couldn't we? Well, it's 15 minutes. No, we're not going to. Right, so...
Oh, Salma's here. Did you miss me?
Yes, they're all picking on me today. Okay, some leaves. Come on, you can just use your imagination. You can do whatever you want to. You can get cutters out. You can be posh.
Jerry says fork is good.
Fork, yeah, you can crimp around.
That
the
reminds
fork.
me of when remember Jason, my friend, was eating Thai bites.
Oh, should we do a sprinkle? You made me think about that now, haven't you?
He said to me, "Do you like Thai?"
Oh, you and your tie.
And I said, "Thai good. Do you like shirt?"
Stop it. There's really something wrong with it.
Fozzie, have you ever made keema pie?
I haven't. No. I think keema has to be. Well, I think we'll get around to it. We might do a keema. I saw somebody do a keema pasty.
Pasty, yeah. I was going to do. We
might
You've
do a
done
keema
that,
pasty.
haven't you?
We have. No, I saw something recently about that, so we might. Right, lots of this.
Salma says definitely sugar. Yeah,
See, there you go.
I agree. Look how quickly Fosie's done this.
So don't, you know, like in GBBO where they just splunk it down. If you twilt it, give air to the pastry underneath, so the underneath pastry will cook as well.
So top tip: put it over the holes, the venting holes that Fosie's made.
And also keep it sort of. Actually, you've got a couple of cherry balls. I don't know why I just put cherry balls. You could do like an apple.
Salma said, "What's he going on?"
We don't know. We don't know, Sal. I just let him talk.
I don't know.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We haven't got a clue. We just go with it. Nobody knows these things. Right, so they want sprinkling of sugar. Oh, God.
Yeah, it always it makes a difference. I mean, you want it authentic, don't you?
Right, okay. So pie's going in the oven. Okay. And we can finally get on with the ghee and the other stuff, okay?
Just a little bit.
It is, it can be a little bit. Chill, 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 chill.
There you go. That's enough.
Hasn't gone down the sides now.
That's.
Moans about it, and now he's like, we don't need
No, I think that was a bit too much.
No, it wasn't. Stop crying. Okay. Right, so it's going in the oven.
Sugar is later, Salma says. Oh, this is a debate now.
Oh, shush. Right, we're going to put it in. Going in, going in, going in.
What was the electrical?
So 180 degrees. It's going to be about, I've got to put an hour on my clock, but it's going to be around about 50 minutes to an hour. Okay, right, let's just tidy this side out of the way. And we can get on with the stuff. Right, wash my hands.
Last time Fosie made ghee, she used a plastic jug.
Oh my God, I was going
Don't
to tell them about this.
do that again.
Okay, we'll tell them about this.
I'm just going to make sure this one's glass.
Okay.
Niece, it's glass, so we're
Glass.
safe. We're
Okay.
safe.
Shock you. Right, so let's get the dal going on first. Okay, so you got your dals. If you're doing lentils, lentils will take about 20 minutes, okay? So get rid of the extra water. And put it in the pan. So what I'm going to do is I boil the kettle water. Get some water on.
I'm bossy boots today. No,
You are?
no, Fosie is the one in charge. He always has been.
He's picking on me at all. He's picking on me. He is?
No.
He is? Right, so this is roughly a kettle of water. Let's see how much we can get in. So that's 2 cups. A kettle of water is 4
Which is
cups. That's 4 cups of water.
A scientific unit of measurement,
Right,
by the way.
that's going on. Okay. Right, that's on. I'm going to put some salt in it. Always put some salt in it. I'm going to put some turmeric inside it as well. Don't forget, you can just literally just do this and a couple of chilies, and that is even ketchari.
How much salt?
About a tablespoon.
Tablespoon of salt.
Okay, and some turmeric. Give it a bit of colour.
Turmeric.
Okay, same with the chana as well. Susanna, because I know she's using chana dal. Okay, right. On the front gas, so that's job 1.
Alright, so that's cooking away.
Okay, so next job is we're going to start the
ghee is going to be being created. So what do you need for this? What utensils do you need? Because this is quite...
Okay, butter, 500 grams. There's no point making 250 grams.
500 grams of butter.
Yeah, there's no point.
What are these? A jug that's made out of Pyrex glass.
Let's get the butter in first. We'll discuss that.
Actually, what is ghee? Have you told everyone what is ghee?
Ghee is a clarified butter. So all the impurities are burnt out, basically. That is what ghee is. Okay?
So, with butter, we've been eating impurities.
Yeah. They do. It's got like natural impurities. So all the extra milk comes out. So I'm just going to literally put lumps of it. So 500 grams. Put that in the pan.
Quickly.
Okay. Now, and then once I put it in the pan, I'll tell you what else you need properly. Okay. Okay. So you want to bring this first of all to a gentle boil. Okay, to a gentle. Do not put it where it's got to. It's like
sizzling already. Very low.
Low to medium. Just take your time with it. Ghee, you have to take your time with. Okay. Which is while that dal's cooking, this will take. It'll take about 40 minutes. Okay. So now, sometimes people do it like 2 hours. They take forever. They have a lot more butter though, to be honest. They take about half an hour to 40 minutes. This. And it's just like various stages. You see the different stages of the butter, and you will actually see it.
What's ghee Why use ghee and not butter?
Because it's completely different flavour. And we're using Stoker for that. It's going to be much better. Now you can already hear it sizzling, and that's like the extra water, and there's milk impurities extra, because don't think butter is made from milk. So that is what's sizzling off, is all the extra water. It's actually splashing on us. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you will need later on, one at the end. So we've got a spoon for that, okay, because you're going to need to stir that. So you need some sort of pouring utensil, because you're going to have to pour it into a jar. Or be careful if you're just using a normal bowl, but make sure it's very heat proof, because we used a plastic jug I think once and it really did pour everywhere. Okay, so you're going to need a strain, and you're going to need, somebody's asked, if you haven't got a muslin cloth you can use a tea towel.
You use a handkerchief.
You use whatever you want to, so as long as it strains through and you catch
sure
the impurities.
It's a clean
It's
one.
just something to catch the impurities off. So once it's done, it'll get poured into one of those jars.
Mason jar.
Very, very simple. And literally, it's just like watching things. So we were doing this.
Why is it called mason jar?
I have no idea. He said, do you know what I'll do is, because you know me, I like to put 3 things on together. And we're going to put the eggs, because I'm going to have boiled eggs on mine.
Next week, Fozia is going to be cooking whilst balancing on a unicycle, just to make it that little bit tougher.
What we're going to do, I'm putting eggs on. This is for my finishing fit on my ketchari. Just because it's a spare cooker, and eggs will just keep boiling. Right, so always keep adding extra water to your kettle if you need to top up your dal and rice.
So you've got a pie in the oven.
Pie's in the oven at 180 degrees.
The butter is melting.
Yeah. Okay.
The rice is.
The ketchari and the rice is slowly cooking. It's actually on high gas.
And we've got some eggs.
So there's loads of things going on. Concentrate, everybody, concentrate. Here we go. Now, I'm going to just bring that heat up a little bit, just to bring its first boil. And then you do have to put it on the simmer.
My mum used to make ghee and put mint and herbs in it.
Oh, nice.
We used it.
Used it
on our beans and Somali pancakes.
Nice.
Now that sounds that's interesting. That.
Okay.
Inside.
What's that? What's that?
Joaya Fatima.
Oh, Joaya Fatima. Nice. Very nice. Sounds really nice.
Mint and herbs.
Lovely.
I suppose you can, because you can put chili and garlic inside olive oil in a big jar, can't you? And then it'll infuse. That's a good idea. Then.
Now, when we use this today, it's going to be quite clear, I hope, right? But once you leave it and pour it into the jar, it will go cloudy, like a milky yellow colour, and that's the natural colour of ghee. But we're going to use it straight away today, some of it, so it'll be just like an oil, the melted version. Now, even now you can see the milk starting to come to the top. And the whole idea of this is it's going to be burning it. Now I'm going to put it back down a little bit.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Somali pancakes. What?
Yeah, what does that involve, Joria? Fast man. Come on, missus. Towel. Now, if you are using lentils, don't forget, once the lentils and the rice are cooked, just turn it off, okay? Because then we'll put the curry at the end.
How do you know when it's cooked?
It's mush. Come on, you know, it's like rice goes mushy, the lentils go mushy, and and even then, some people don't even put a cut on; they just have it straight because it's supposed to be like that. But we like a bit of flavour, so mine will have some garlic and some ginger, some onions. I am using some cumin, so I'm going to do a little dorica to put into it, just because I want to finish it off. So ghee, take your time.
There's about 1 billion people in India having turka dal today.
Yeah, turka dal is like a very big staple for a lot of people. Don't forget. And when I was reading up and researching on ketchari, there's a group called Ayurvedism. I can't remember how you pronounce it. It's an Indian group, and they don't use garlic at all. So they use this stuff. What is it called? And it's and they just basically don't even use onions, anything like that at all. They'll just use cumin seed, some asafoetida, and some oil and that, and just put it inside. They won't even use any garlic or ginger. So it's very, literally so many variations of it out there.
Fatima says
Ayurvedism it's called.
Fatima
very
says,
big.
my mum grew up as a shepherdess, so she was an expert in any milk product.
Yeah. Wow. Nice. So you can see, again, the milk is coming to the top. This is all milk.
My mum said I was fed on goat's milk when I was small.
Yeah. Okay. Let it keep boiling. Right, and again, you don't want it to boil, so I'm taking it down even more.
Nisi said it's hing.
Hing, I know, that's the video's hing. Can you look at this? So the gas is right down.
Lowest possible setting.
Okay. Really important with the ghee.
Everything's bubbling.
Okay.
So you're on the lowest setting of heat.
And it'll still bubble. You'll see it because it's the water that's coming out. Basically, you're cooking off the impurities. It's very simple. This is the nicest form of ghee. You'll get the shop ones, but you add so much from it. Oh God, here we go. Oh God. Umma's my brother, and Zeb and him bully each other.
Where's the apple pie?
It's in the oven, child. I know you want some. It's in the oven. I'm actually going to make homemade creme pat as well, so like nice custard to go with it.
What?
Because we've got loads of egg yolks. Creme patisserie. Proper custard. Because we've actually got loads of egg. What's he saying?
No, Salma said it's in her stomach.
Shut up, Sal. You know there'll be a fight later on for it. This is what happens. Okay. Right, I've also bought, so...
Oh, has anyone noticed the shortage of black ink cartridges on globally?
Oh, Mr. Chowdhury's big stress at the
Globally.
moment.
Everyone's working from home, everyone's printing out stuff for their children. There's no black ink left on planet Earth.
It took you about 2 days ordering, didn't it?
The eggs.
That's fine, let them boil. You want boiled eggs.
Mum said put methi seed in the kitchen.
Okay, methi seed. I haven't got very good seeds today. I'm putting cumin and I'm putting kalonji seed. I'm putting in. You can put mustard seeds in as well.
Salma's noticed the lack of black ink everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Yeah, ours is coming on Thursday.
We've had to order it online as well.
Right.
Oh, this is it. Look.
Okay, there's a bit of a debate about this, right? This is it?
It's mackerel.
Yeah. Me and Mr. Chowdhury do have a debate about mackerel. I bought fresh mackerel. Was it fresh mackerel the other time? And it stunk the house out for 2 days, didn't it, when I cooked with it?
Yeah.
So this one, I love putting smoked mackerel on top of my dal with the eggs, and I think it just goes so well. So that's my version. But as I said, the other version is putting broccoli, peas, which I'm sure Mr. Chowdhury would much prefer. But I get to eat this. He doesn't like dal.
Fatima said it's called laxos. The X is a H in the Somali language. Laho.
Laho.
It's basically flour, active yeast, salt, then leave it overnight to ferment.
Okay.
Cook
Right.
it in a flat pan like pancakes.
Okay.
Alright, it's a fermented version.
Nice. How long does it take to make eggs, boil eggs, half-boiled eggs? He knows this. He was on this, me and him have had a debate. I'm not going to do half-boiled, I'm going to do 2/3 boiled, hopefully, if I get it right. It should be 5 minutes of boil when it starts boiling.
Well, you didn't time that.
I did, I watched the clock. I have the clock behind over there, so I did have my eye on the clock. Right, so you'll notice your milk will go like thicker. They'll like come granular. So it's still burning it
milk
off.
solids.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is not what we're going to be collecting.
Yeah. No, you are. You're going to collect that. Get rid of that. That's the whole point.
Oh.
You'll burn off. They'll change colour actually. So put that.
Kim Taylor says salams.
Thank
Barbecue
you.
fish, there's no smell inside.
Ooh.
Mackerel always smells forever.
I love it. I know, but I just love it. And he doesn't like it. And we always debate this. Right, if your dal and rice need more water, add water. It is ketchari, so it can be. You can add as much as you want. Mine's still cooking. Okay.
20 minutes, almost said.
Just half-boiled egg. Behave.
Fatima says it only takes 13 minutes for hard boiling.
It's 13. I know I'm going to turn it off and ask you. I'm going to do slightly under. I want mine slightly under. Just slightly, hopefully. To get it right. You can, I'm not being exact. Soft-boiled eggs is 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes, 5 minutes and 30 seconds once it comes to boil. Once the first boil happens.
Nisi, how long does Mum boil the eggs for?
But a medium boil for about 7 minutes, which is what I'm aiming for. The dal starts cooking.
Take it down.
I know, but what I want to do is keep an eye on this. This is like, you do have to, don't wander off from your ghee, whatever you do. Or stay around, do other jobs if you need to do. Whatever you're making ghee, I find I'm putting curry on the other gas, but stay near the ghee because it will sort of just subtly change colour and stuff like that. It does go a bit darker soon. And even now they're starting to get a slight translucency, I can see. So.
That's a big word for Fozia to use.
So cheeky, aren't you? Cheeky little. Shut up. There we go.
The art of making ghee. 10 to 15 minutes, Nisi said, to get a perfectly boiled egg. I don't know, like 5?
It's not.
It's 5 minutes.
It takes like 10, 12 minutes.
No.
10, 12 minutes. It does. You don't even make boiled eggs.
No, I just eat them raw.
No.
I will drink the egg raw. Salma says, "Where's the rice?"
It's in there. The rice and the dal are in there cooking away. It's in the back. It's happening.
Look.
It's all happening.
Look.
It's all happening.
Eggs.
We're there.
Oil.
Oh yeah.
Potato pie. I think you can mix.
I'm
Into
gonna
the
take my
apple,
eggs off.
you could have some mango in there.
You know
Little
what
bit of
we do with
mango.
eggs? Right. If you want to like so soft boiled or medium boiled, take the hot water out and run it under. Basically, put it in ice. You always say to run it under cold water straight away. Stop the cooking process.
That's right, niece, isn't it?
Okay.
The windows are
That's
steamed up.
important. There you go. Okay. That's important. And then technically, I'm not going to cut one opener yet, but I will peel some. You're supposed to, actually the easiest way is actually under running water. I tend to do.
Do you think we should open the door because it's getting very steamy?
Yeah, but it was very cold before, wasn't it? Because
I'll open that window. I've got chicken, so I have to. Well, David said, I've got chickens, so I have proper free-range organic eggs.
Nice.
Now, this will be interesting. Is there a difference in the taste of when you boil them or eat them to the ones that you buy in the shops?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the so-called free-range ones that they have.
Let me just keep an eye on that, so we'll come back to that. To this. Gotta keep an eye on this.
I'm going to open this. Hang on. See, I can also do two things.
That's a best ever. You opened the door. I was filming at the same time. Stop it. You just say that.
I can do two
Two
things
things at one time. Behave.
at the same time.
I'll just pretend you didn't even say that. Then you can say that comment.
David said absolutely. They are different. They're different. I've been asking Fozia if we can have chickens.
No. Because your cat will probably chase them and eat them. Right, what should we cook next week? What's your ideas? Come on, ping the ideas.
Chicken.
No, we're not. We could cook chicken, but what? Anybody got any ideas for next week? What they want? Get my eggs ready while that's all cooking. Are you stirring that pan?
Salma says, can you sneeze at the same time? At the same time as what?
That's filming. I'm doing everything else because you can't do two things at one time.
David said get chickens. No, I think we should. You can have your own eggs.
Okay,
Well,
so
we had a chicken when we went to PK. Me, Mum and Nisi. And it disappeared one night. Gobi gosht.
right, so
David
you can see
says.
the colour of this is starting to go clear. Well, it is translucent. Okay, it was very, very milky white before.
David said do gobi gosht.
He's obsessed with gobish gosht. Hang on, meat takes a good hour and a half, and you have to really sort of.
Salma said yeah. Salma's gone for it.
But we have to be on the ball then, everybody, because it does take the full hour and a half to have lamb curry. It doesn't take 10 minutes.
Chicken and gobi.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Spring rolls.
Who said spring rolls?
Salma said spring rolls.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mama says dal.
Are we getting dal today? Stop moaning. Ketchari is dal.
What's roll dal?
What's what?
Roll dal.
Roll dal. Never heard of roll dal. Oh, shit. I'm just walloping one. Shut up.
That's why I'm going on that program.
I didn't want to.
What's roll dal?
Shut up. Stop it.
That's going to go down as legendary one, that post, yeah.
Get up here.
Just think, I've never cooked roll dal.
What is that?
Can we have... I'll go into a restaurant and ask for that. And they'll go, yes, we'll make it today.
Let me just check my dal now.
Is it rolled?
No, it's not. Mine needs cooking a bit longer. Jenna will keep cooking a bit longer, don't forget. If you're doing lentils, it probably is done now. So just turn it off until we do the tadka part.
Well, that's clearing up now. It's getting quite clear.
You can see it. I said, and also it'll change colour. That's what you see.
Niece, is Mum watching how to do this? Did Mum do this in PK? Did she make ghee herself, or did they just buy it? I mean, it's a lot easier to buy it. But Fozzie said there's two types of ghee.
Oh, there's a smelly one they get in the shop, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one particular one that you don't like. So what have they not done with that?
It doesn't smell. It's just horrible.
It's not supposed to smell.
It does smell. I think that's preservatives and stuff, isn't it?
Pindi. Norma, that word is banned.
Bindi. I wanted to make bindi, you know. I did.
Is that the stuff that made me sick?
No, isn't the stuff. He was in Pakistan and he got given bindi, which is ladyfingers or okra curry.
It was
sick
actually
for 5 days.
It was nice. It was a nice curry at the time when I was eating it. But I thought, wow, this is a bit hot. I was sick for 6 days.
Yeah.
A mother came to visit me on the 6th day.
You got abandoned, didn't you?
Everyone left me in the room.
You just did, didn't you?
David said his ghee isn't clear, it's milky.
Is it bubbling away like this? Then is it cooking? My cooker's... Is he got an electric cooker?
Is it electric or gas?
It might take longer then. Put your gas slightly higher. Put your heat higher.
Turn your heat up, David. How does Fozzie keep those pots so clean? Me? I'm the one who's scrubbing them. For the last week I scrubbed them.
No, you haven't. You're such
Time to sing happy birthday to Eleanor.
It is. Shall we? Is Eleanor on? Is she watching?
Are you watching, Eleanor?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Eleanor. Fudge, Maz, and anybody else who has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you.
You'll notice.
Woo! Yeah. And those lovely little girl.
Fozzie does admit she's tone deaf.
I am tone deaf.
Dave says gas.
Okay,
turn it up.
So maybe it might be the pan.
Could be a pan.
Yeah. This is an IKEA pan and it conducts the electric.
So turn up the gas.
You might be able to like a thick bottom pan. So I'm going to add a bit more water to
Fatima says yes. I was sick for 6 days. My mother enjoyed her holiday and then came upstairs on the 6th day to ask me how I was.
Oh.
And I'd been in bed for 6 days. And all I had
this is what they do, isn't it? This
all I had
children.
was some oranges to eat and a bit of water. Niece came up on the 3rd day.
Right. So, David, put your heat up a little bit and then keep it like good. It should literally boil off. Every single time I've done this, it's always gone this colour. So I think it's just your heat. on the pan
So
conduction.
turn it up, turn the
But
heat
keep an
up.
eye on it, okay? But
keep
keep an eye on it,
stirring
keep
it.
stirring it. Don't move away from it.
Mum likes to cook pindu. Pindu.
Pindi. Do you know we used to have chicken pindi when we were little? Chicken and pindi. Oh, it's gorgeous curry. Should we have chicken and pindi next week? Let's make it interesting.
No.
You don't have to eat
Actually,
it.
I'll ask Niece. Ask Mum, should we do chicken pindi?
Right, so you come to this as well. So this is the second phase of bubbling, by the way. So it's a second lot of water. It's all the residual water. Always happens the second bubble. It's after that, then it's done then. Okay?
Pindi is okra. Yeah. Yes, gas was too low, David said.
Okay.
Right,
So increase the gas a little bit, but stay by the pan. Don't move away from it.
yeah, this is
Stir it, because it will just suddenly burn as well if you're not careful. Okay, so it does a second, so you'll see a second wave of bubbling off.
Niece said yes.
Okay, then it's nearly done. So it's going darker now. Okay.
My mother is, your mother is hardcore, respect. Well, because she left me in a room to be sick for 6 days. While she went off enjoying her holes.
Okay, so second bubble, second
Oh,
bubble.
Shyster said she loves pindi. Was sick after eating it in PK. Haven't eaten it since.
They just put some dodgy stuff in for you.
I agree. There's something about it that just makes you...
Shaisa said that she gets ill with bindi as well.
Mum didn't believe me. My mother didn't believe me.
I'm just going to put my heat back low because mine's like bubbling. But it's supposed to do a second bubble. You're supposed to do this, okay? So you'll have a first bubble and this is the second one. So I think it's all the water now. The final bits of water. The first bit's milk, I think. Okay, once you get through this phase, you can't even see it, but make sure it doesn't burn.
It's rising. It's rising, niece.
Okay.
Fatima says she loves okra. It's her favourite.
Let's get
It probably is.
And then we can strain it off once we get through this bit. So you have a
Yeah,
big
I'm with
second
Shyster.
bubble.
I'm not going to eat it ever again. 6 days with some oranges and water. I think I lost 20, 30, 40, 50% of my body weight.
Yeah,
So it's a great diet, I think. Go to PK, have some okra, and you won't eat for 6 days. Guaranteed weight loss.
Right, so it's starting to go nutty as well, which is underneath.
Nutty.
Come on, we need to drain it off. Hurry up. Come out.
You can
This
scoop
phase.
it off.
No, I just want it just to burn off.
Salma says scoop it off.
No, it burns off. You have to keep going. You have to go past this. Then we can drain it. Come on, come on, burn
work
off.
through it.
Work through it. Come on, I can start seeing it again now. Yeah. Okay, so it's starting to come down again. It rose, it rose, it rose.
So keep stirring until you can see the clear liquid underneath.
Yeah. So there's 2 phases of impurities that come out.
And what do you use ghee for once you've got it?
It'll be used for a lot of curries. It's used in sweet dishes.
Is it?
Yeah. Halwa and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
got that halwa smell to it
So
now.
my dal is nearly done. I can see it's going quite nice and thick now. Actually, is it? Like
The ghee smells like
you can
you're
tell. You can
preparing
smell it.
halwa.
It's like it's a nutty smell now, and it's gone very dark as well. So that's all the milk has burnt off inside there, which you're going to strain off in a second. I'm just trying to get rid of some of this.
See that, Mum?
Come on. Just take it right off the gas because I don't want it to burn completely.
It's like toffee.
And then it just goes like a weird. Right, okay, so now it's like a golden brown colour. So now we'll start pouring it out.
Okay.
People do this for like 2 hours and 3 hours. This has been half an hour only, or 35 minutes only, you know. So you go on and on and on, and I can see the little black bits. And then basically, the reason why it's gone dark is because the milk.
It's burnt off. It's
I think
burnt now.
you can see, hasn't it? It's gone. You can see it's sort of little black flecks, which is what we're going to strain off in a minute. Okay, and that's what gives it its nutty flavour.
Right. Glass jug, everyone.
I'm
Glass
going to do it in a
jug.
second. Okay, right. I'm going to check on my pie as well very quickly. Yeah, okay, we're going to come back to that in a second. I'm going to turn it around. I just don't want to take my eye off this yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my tray around so both sides get a nice even colour of the pie.
Is that ready for sieving?
Yeah, I'm going to go for it now. It's supposed to be overloaded.
Right.
So you've got your jug underneath, your sieve to take the impurities, and your cloth, okay? In that order.
You definitely need the cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need the cloth.
Or something. Catch
Right.
it.
This is it.
Yeah. The smell is really, really nice. It's got a nice nutty smell. Like a burnt butter smell, basically. Look at all that. See, that's all that milk that was white. It's gone to that colour.
That's what's in butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let that all come through.
Right, sieving away.
Okay. We're going to leave that and it'll change colour.
Your clarified butter.
Okay. So mine's gone quite dark, but it will change colour as it sets as well. Okay.
Pyrex dish.
As soon as it's done that thing where it changes colour, so I'm going to put that over here away and I'll wash that later.
Look, niece.
So that is my ghee, okay, ready. And we'll pour it, I'm going to pour some of it into the frying pan in a minute. So what you need to do is just store it into one of these mason jars, but I'm going to leave a little bit out. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit, we'll use some of that. Okay, got quite a tall one. That's only 500 grams, so you can make quite a lot really. Right, I want to just change it.
Does it depend on the quality of the butter? Can you get the really cheapest butter?
I normally use Anchor butter, and I wasn't in the correct shop to get Anchor butter. I was in Aldi.
No, but if you've got the cheap butter, will it still make a good ghee?
Yeah, you should do. No reason why not.
That's a very big pie.
Yeah, we're going to turn it around. See, my oven, you have to know your oven, so turn it right around, okay? So both sides get an even cook.
Right, Oma, you bring the ice cream.
Right. Dorka.
We're going to the roll down.
Stop it. It's hurt you. So taking off all the... Okay. So what you're supposed to do is, now you don't need to do dorka, you can just literally just do garlic if you wanted to and oil. Okay? Very simple. Right? I'm going to make it a little bit fancy. It's supposed to be operative word, so I'm going to put... I haven't opened that up. Oh, coriander seeds. Okay, so we're going to put some cumin seeds. Okay. Now you don't, as it, you know, I'm going to get slated because you get so many variations, and every is correct when it comes to this. Okay. I'm going to, so you can use mustard seeds. My friends use mustard seeds. I haven't got any in, and don't tend to use it that often, so I'm just using nigella seeds. Give it an interesting flavour. Why not? Let them pop a little bit.
So that's heating now.
Yeah.
Heat it up, toast it up.
And what we're going to do,
You can smell that.
yeah, is I'm using an onion. I said you can do whatever you want in a dorka, don't forget. I think people just you can literally put in just garlic. If that's what you want to do, then that's fine. I'm going to chop some onion into mine and some garlic and ginger. Okay.
Can you use red onion?
No, I wouldn't use red onion in this. That's more of a salad now. This is dorka. Right, so I've got the garlic ready as well. So this is one bulb of garlic I've got here. So
we're doing the manual chopper. Yours is broken down.
I know, do you know, I have not been to the range to go and get another one. I just haven't been over that side yet.
Don't need it.
I will get around to get a second garlic over that side. So I'm going to use ginger and garlic in my dorka. Okay, just keep an eye that they're starting to pop.
Watching it. Well, next week, why do you do the vortex omelette?
I haven't decided yet what we're doing next week. We need to do a meat dish of some sort, be it meat or chicken. We have to do something. liking the idea of bindi as well.
Actually, Nisi, ask Mum what she would like to see next week.
So Auntie going to give us the final answer?
Yeah. Glab jammers.
I actually wanted to make meringue nests as well. I really, really want to make them. Just kind of looking forward to eating them, that's all.
Nest.
Meringue nests.
Like bird's nest soup.
Yeah, a bit like
Do you know
that.
what that really is?
No, go on.
In Indonesia, you go into the caves where there's a bird that makes its nest from its saliva. It hardens. That's what they collect. The bird's nest soup is a swift. Is the saliva of the swift bird cooked down, and that is bird's nest soup.
Right, I can smell the cumin going. Right.
Don't have bird nest soup.
Okay, right, we can smell this. I can smell this anyway, so I'm going to put my ghee into this.
The ghee is in. How many mils was
It was
that?
about less than 2, about 150. I don't think it was that much.
Okay, the ghee is in.
Might put some more in. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so we're going to put the onions and start cooking the onions first a little bit. Let's get those sauteed.
Why do you do
this one?
super vegetarian day? Why do you do all vegetarian meals?
We have got quite a veggie one today, though, to be honest. All
Like
veg,
vegetable
you know?
curry,
No, because
gobi.
you like your veggie curries, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have got to do a meat one next week. It's not fair because we've got a veg one this week. I try to balance it a little bit.
Turkey.
No. Is the answer to that? No. Okay. Right, if you're doing therapet, I said you can add whatever you want to it.
Can I
Okay?
use, Suzanne said, can I use olive oil? instead
Yeah,
of ghee?
of course you can. It's therapet, you can just use whatever you want
You're
to.
allowed. Suppose you said you're allowed to.
Whatever you want to.
She's giving you permission.
Okay, so I'm going to add some ginger to this.
Venison. Never had a venison curry.
I'm going to add a bit more oil. Just a bit of these. Right, I've not had a garlic yet because garlic hurts.
Tahir, why purify the butter instead of sunflower oil? Is it tastier or
Yeah,
healthier?
it's nicer. And healthier, actually.
Purified butter.
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
it is.
all the fatty elements have gone out of it.
Absolutely.
So, in fact, you've actually made, from the butter, you've made an oil.
Yeah.
You've made a very pure oil.
Right, I was going to put sweet chilies in anyway. So, I know Mr. Chowdhury's not eating this, so I can put some extra chilies in as well. You can have whatever you want into it. So I'm going to put some extra dried chilies in.
Rice.
Yep, that's fine. No matter. I'm going to bit of heat. I said you can do. That's got quite a bit. I'm going to add a bit more water to that. Let's get that off. Yeah. See, now it's coming like a soup, and that's what ketchari is. We're more or less there.
Adele says, say salam, she's got 5 children demanding attention. I'll catch up later.
Okay. Be good.
David Cole says, I like the sound of chicken in bindi.
Yes, I like the sound of that too. So you can add some either chili powder a little bit if you want to, but I want to add some red chilies. A little bit of chili powder there. I'm not going to add curry powder. We'll add some garam masala to that. So we've got some chili in there. We'll now add the garlic.
The garlic is in.
Okay. Mine's nearly done. Well, I said some people don't even do this at all. Honestly, it really, really is whatever you want to put in.
Niece, what would Mum like?
Okay.
If you're not, Salma says, if you are not a pindi fan, you could add most of the veg.
Yeah. Certainly can.
My mum likes pindi. Pindi bhaji. Can you make onion bhaji? What do you make onion bhajis?
So I'm going to move my thing, but I'm going to lower the heat right down because I know it's quite thick already. Okay, and I'm going to pour that into there.
It's going in. Right, so the whole mixture is now inside the rice. Dal, not rice, so the dal.
Dal and rice. Okay. And then what I'm going to do in my one, I said this is my version, anybody can do whatever they want to do.
Salma says, why did you start suggesting it then?
Of what?
I don't know.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Pindi. There's an argument over pindi.
Oh, we are going to put that. Yeah, there's a good chance of making pindi. Ignore that. Right, so bit of the garam masalas. So the shop port and the whole garam masala packet. Remember I referred to it last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, spices are going in.
The garam masala, that's it. That is actually done. What we're now going to do is we're going to...
You're going to add your mackerel.
Huh?
What spices did you just put in?
Garam masala.
Garam masala's gone in.
Garam masala.
Both types.
Yeah, so it's the whole garam masala ground down and the shop bought packet of garam masala. So I'm just going to turn this off the gas.
I think it's cooked.
Yep, exactly. So we're going to turn this off. Now what I'm going to do when I find a scoop.
Steaming.
Right, so I'm going to pour it into a bowl. This is how I like to serve this, okay? So.
Pindi is a place in PK.
Oh, check your seasoning. Always check your seasoning. Don't just serve it. Sal doesn't. Naughty Sal. It's hot.
Mum said make aloe vera curry. Aloe vera curry.
Could do with a touch more salt, actually. My one. Okay. Just add some
More salt.
Just check your seasoning, okay? Don't add the delicate until your dal is cooked, by the way. So check everything. Okay. So what we do, or what I would do, what I'd like to do, is find a knife. That's what I'm looking for.
So this is where you add your other ingredients like your eggs.
No, you can add the veg to the pan as well if you wanted to. Yeah. So, told you mine were like just over half full, which is how I wanted it. Perfect.
Aloe vera curry. I didn't even know my mum had made that.
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera
She
curry.
has made aloe vera curry.
Well, definitely not from a plant that she bought and watered for 3 years. Only to find out it was made out of plastic.
Right, cut up your mackerel. Get your mackerel.
Ah.
Stop it, because you're not even going to eat this.
Ah.
I just put it over it on top. I just love it. Okay, get another piece. I am ignoring Mr. Child at this point because he really does not like mackerel at all. So we have got
It's a bit too oily for me.
It's not oily. It's just so good.
When you have it, it's a bit of an oily fish. I'm not a big fan of it.
I know you're not a fan of this. Okay, this should be enough.
But we might try it today.
Okay, so, and then what else I'll do is I will add, just to make it pretty, I'll add some things.
You could definitely, there's a very strong smell from the fish.
There definitely is.
But it's not as bad as
you thought.
what you had before.
That was from the fresh one.
Yeah, that was, the oil was it. The oil smell is everywhere.
I've got a couple of spring onions to wash them. Okay.
Talma says that guilt trip Fozy.
Trying to. I'm ignoring him.
Spring onions.
Yeah, just to make it look pretty. Okay. Okay. This is all optional. I said literally the main thing is the ketchari. Okay, that you've already got the bottom there. That's fine. And I'm actually going to put a red chili on it just for the picture.
Someone says mackerel. Yeah, it's a fisherman.
Right, who's going to have the hot chilies as well? I don't know.
Hot chili.
Red chili's not hot, really, to be honest. It isn't hot. No, I'm not going to start eating it raw, just on camera, and then go, that guy doesn't need the one that you follow.
What?
What's his name?
Oh, Mike Wayne's. Yeah, he's.
He's just weird.
That's what keeps his weight now.
Yeah, I said that to you. I think he's just weird, and I think he's being ill.
He can't eat 15 meals in one day.
So that is my version of ketchari. Okay.
What do you think?
The pie. Let's see if the pie is done. Are we anywhere with the pie?
The pie is coming out.
Okay.
Now, unlike a cake, you can't smell that it's been cooked and finished.
Okay. Off it. Okay.
Oh, you can now.
Yep. But I'm not taking that out now. I'm going to let that set as it'll let it.
How do you know it's cooked?
Pastry's all nice and brown, just going to trim it off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in, give it another about 5-10 minutes, make it a bit darker even. And then I'm going to leave it out for like an hour, let it sit, and then I'll lift the base off and I'll take a picture later.
Yeah, Oma, bring the ice cream.
So, let me just put it over here. So you can see both. So,
Asda got that low calorie ice cream. Bring 2 tubs.
Pie. We've got, what we need? Ghee, pie, and
Not bad.
ketchari.
There you go. That's
So
what
that's
everyone
our
should have.
efforts for today. Okay, but I'll take a nicer picture of the pie later on. And I think I am making creme pat later. I think we're done now, aren't we, for today?
Yeah.
Persevere with the ghee, you'll get there. Okay, hopefully all your apple pies all turn out nice like the Hairy Bikers ones do. And enjoy your ketchari. Okay, that is actually a meal in itself. You don't need to have anything with it, the ketchari, because it's already got rice inside it and the dal inside it. You literally just have a spoon and go for it. Okay, so what do you say, Mr. Chowdhury? See you next week.
See you next week, everyone.
Bye.